Hello, welcome to Verbling. I am teacher Oakley. How are you today? Okay, this class will be talking about architecture. What do you know about architecture?
Well,
Wow.
anything.
Do you know anything? Tarcisio, do you know anything about architecture?
I don't know nothing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's called a double negative. Don't know nothing. It's called a double negative, and that means you know everything. So be careful of that word construction. You should say
Anything means everything.
Yeah, I don't know anything. If you say I don't know nothing, that means what you don't know is nothing, so you must know everything. Okay?
Okay.
All right, that's called a double.
Don't know anything.
There you go. All right, that's called the double negative. All right, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't know that much either. There's a lot of very specific vocabulary used in architecture, describing architecture. For those of you outside the class observing right now, thinking about joining the class, if any of you are going to be taking an IELTS or a TOEFL test, this might be a great class to sit in on, because frequently architecture is a TOEFL or IELTS topic, and a lot of the vocabulary is very specialized. You would only hear it in conjunction with this topic, so you may be able to learn some good vocabulary. As well, I'll be honest, you know, I'm going to be learning right along with you. I know most of the words. I've done, you know, are prepared for the class, but some of the words are relatively new to me as well. So if these words are strange to you, or you know, if you've never seen them before, well, you know, don't feel bad. Don't be shy about it, because I think
some of them look very familiar to me.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. All right. So, all right. Yeah, I guess you have the file then, right, Tarcisio? Obviously, you're looking at it. Nothing. Yeah. You obviously you have the file. All right. Before you come in the class, you might want to do that. Download the file, which is below the description. When you first enter the class under live classes, and oh, thanks, Tarcisio, my student assistant today will be Tarcisio. Say hello to the class. Say hi. Hi.
Hi.
Very good. Excellent. All right, I'm gonna just say hi, greet a few people here, and we'll talk architecture. Okay, Stas, how are you today?
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay. Do you know very much about architecture?
No.
Okay.
I know nothing.
You know nothing. All right. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. We'll all learn together. Okay. Oh, I keep forgetting your name. Oh, yeah. I'll get back to you. Okay. Gotta change that Russian Cyrillic.
Yaroslav.
Huh? Yaroslav. Can you do me a favor and type it in the chat box when you get a chance? All right, Yaroslav, how are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Okay. Do you know anything about architecture?
I good. And you?
I'm great. Do you know much about architecture?
I know, because I'm working in a building site, but I don't know how to say about it.
Oh, okay. Good. Well, you're going to be my expert then. Okay.
I don't know how to translate.
Okay. Well, we can work together. It's okay. I already have an assistant, Tarcisio, and you're my my expert in the field. Okay, please don't forget. Please put your name in the chat box because I want to memorize your name, and I'm sorry, I have a very small brain, so I need all the help I can get. Nizam, are you there?
Yes, teacher, I'm there.
Okay, you might want to adjust your microphone slightly because I can barely hear you. How are you today?
Fine, teacher. I'm good, bro.
Okay, really, I can just barely hear you. Where are you from?
I'm from Egypt.
From Egypt. Okay, great. Super. Oh, we may have some pictures to look at later, and there's a couple of them from Egypt, so we can talk later. Hi, Adela. How are you today? Hello, Adela. Are you there? Okay. Maybe not. Okay, let's look at some of these words, and as we look at them, I'm going to sort of be checking for if you understand the meaning. So I'm going to do a little screen share. There was a document which actually is in the URL is in the chat box, courtesy of my student assistant. Let's look at some of these words. Some of these may be very normal to you, maybe very, very unusual. Give me just half a second. There we go. All right. Okay. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Let's look at the first one. Stas, can you just read the first one for me?
Read?
Yeah, just read it.
A series of arches.
Arches, yes.
Arches racing on columns.
Columns. Okay, an arcade. Have you ever heard this word, arcade, before, Stas?
No.
Well, I have, but very, very differently. I didn't.
Arcade Fire.
Well, yeah, right? I was thinking of like a video arcade. Is actually a place where you go to play video games. Like a game.
There's a band called Arcade Fire.
Really?
Really?
Interesting. Okay. So this is interesting, and when we apply it to architecture, a series of arches. Do you know what an arch is? Stas? Do you know an arch? Okay. An arch is a curved opening resting on columns. And of course, we need to understand columns.
Columns?
Yeah. Ow.
Is it like that curved pillars?
Pillars. Yes, it is.
Pillars.
Yes, columns, pillars are actually
Pillars.
they're actually synonyms. Columns or pillars. Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay. Can you read the next one, Tarcisio?
Atrium.
Okay. All right. And the definition?
A sky-lighted center area in a building.
Okay. Now, do people have atriums, or do you see atriums in Brazil? Is this a common thing?
I really don't know.
Okay. What it is you walk inside a building. You walk inside a building, and there's a big open space.
I know what it means.
With a lot of light. Or maybe even
Beautiful.
no roof. Yeah, they're
But I
often
have
very
never
beautiful. No? Okay.
Never seen.
Okay. All right, here's some more common ones. Yurik. Oh, okay, Stas. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We're going to say bye to Stas. Bye. Okay. Thanks for coming. Thank you. Okay. See, I've forgotten your name already. Yuri? Wow. What is your name again? I told you to write it.
Ярослав.
Yaroslav.
Yeah. Ярик, можно просто...
Yuri is okay.
Just short Ярик, yes.
Okay. All right, Yuri I can do. Yuri I can remember. Many famous Yuris. Right?
What's your name?
Who? Who are you talking to? All right, can you read the next one? Here, in blue. Yuri?
Юрий, Ярослав? Yeah?
Yeah, Yuri.
Read.
Yeah, read.
Юрий. Ярик.
Yeah.
Attic.
Okay.
Attic. It's space between ceiling and rafters.
Rafters. Okay. All right. You build things. In Russia, is it common to have an attic? In like, not in apartment buildings, but in like single homes, like a dacha. Is it common to have an attic?
I don't know what does it mean. Attic.
Ah, okay. Maybe you don't know rafters. Okay, here. Hang on. Let me demonstrate.
Rafters, я не знаю, что.
You know rafters. All right.
No.
Okay, rafters are the big boards on the ceiling. Okay. So, and the ceiling is the top of the room, which is flat, okay, like this. But then often, especially like, I don't know, I think in Russia, but Northern Europe, America, we have a lot of snow. So we make the roof like this, right?
Yes.
Of course.
It's
so this space my head is in right now, is the attic. Okay? Between the ceiling and the roof. It's like triangle shape. Yeah, that's the attic. Is that normal to build with an attic?
Normal. In Russia, it's normal. It's,
okay.
I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, it's very normal in the United States too. Yeah, okay, sure. Actually, an attic is very useful. People store things in an attic. They put their golf clubs in the attic when winter comes, and they put their skis in the attic when spring comes. But really, it has much more important purposes, right? An attic, actually, when it's cold, that extra air actually insulates the house. People live down here. The attic is usually insulated, and it traps air, which actually makes the house warmer in the winter. And because hot air rises in the summer, it can actually make the house cooler. Yeah, triangle, Adela. Triangle, that's right. 3 sides. So attics are very good construction, and actually, you know what? They don't, here in the Philippines, it's very rare. They almost never have an attic. And I don't know why, because what happens here is they build a house and everything's like a box. So it slowly gets hotter and hotter all day, and then actually your house is the most hot at like 7 or 8 at night. Because the house slowly heats up over the day, and then there's no attic, there's no ventilation. You know ventilation? And does anybody know that word?
Yeah, ventilation.
Yes,
It's airflow.
I get it.
Airflow, very good. Ventilation. Yeah, so the air gets trapped, and then it's too hot. Yeah. So that's the way attics work. Okay. Adela, do you have a microphone?
Yes.
No. Hi. There you are.
Do you hear me? No. Yes.
Yes, I do. Let's look at these next couple of words. Can you read this word? Try this word here.
I don't have the text. Sorry.
Oh, you don't. Can you? Well, okay. I could screen share, couldn't I? That would make it easier. All right.
Okay. Basilica, church.
All right. Have you heard that word before? That's very common. The basilica is a kind of a church. How about a... Sorry?
Sí, yes.
Yes. You have,
They are in Spain. They are basilica. Is a big church or no?
yeah, exactly. Yes, it's usually a very big church. Right. It may even have a belfry, which is the next word.
Belfry, bell tower.
Right.
This is, for example, in Pisa, no? The tower is, no? Pisa Tower, no? Is a belfry, is possible?
Well, I don't... does it have a bell?
Bell, this is a sound, to sound
Yeah.
in a church to people go to the mass.
That's right. That's right. They often ring the bells. Ding dong, ding dong.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so the tower, the area where they keep a bell is always called a belfry. Actually. Okay. Belvedere. Okay. What? Actually, we can come back to these. I would like to actually just talk to you guys for a minute. I would like you to tell me a little bit about... Yeah, we'll come back to Bannister, and some of the other ones. I'm trying to break up the vocabulary a little with a little discussion. Tarcisio, what is... Hi. What is your house like? How would you... Let's see what vocabulary we do have. What is your house like? Can you describe it to me?
It is very simple.
Okay.
And I don't know how to say it in English, but
okay.
We have a backyard, a big backyard.
Nice.
And mango trees. Okay, I don't know how to say what to say.
Okay, well, let me help you. All right, that's very good. You have a big backyard with mango trees? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. We have lots of mango trees in the Philippines. Many. I can relate. We have mango trees in my backyard. Okay, you can talk about... First of all, you're going to tell what kind of what type of building. Is it an apartment building? Is it a single home, or what we call single family home? Or...
It's a single family home.
Okay.
I live with my grandmother.
Okay. And when we're describing our home or apartment, how many stories is it?
Stories?
Yeah, do you know stories? Or floors?
Floors. Just one.
Okay, one. All right. Just one floor. One floor, we just say just the ground floor. The first floor. Okay, we can just call it the ground floor. All right.
The ground floor.
And what is the material? What is your house made out of?
Oh my god. This is hard. Let me translate it.
Okay. Is it made out of concrete? Is it made out of wood?
It is made of concrete.
Made of concrete. All right.
Yeah.
Mine too. We live in, similar climates. It's not surprising. People, even though we're in very different areas, I'm in the Philippines and you're in Brazil, people in similar climates build similarly. When I was talking to Yuri, and we're talking about the pitched or triangle roof and the attic, that's common in Russia. That's also common in America where it's cold. Okay.
My roof it's a kind of triangle. I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's a triangle.
All right. So do you have an attic?
Attic? No. No.
Not
really.
What's the roof made out of? Is it
It's made
tile
of
or
wood.
metal? Wood. Wood. Wood shingles?
Wood what?
Wood shingles? Or wood
Shingle.
sheets? Shingles. Yeah. Hang on. See, there's a lot of, really a lot of vocabulary when you're talking about buildings and architecture.
Shingle.
Shingles are like a small piece of wood and then another piece of wood like this. Or actually I have it backwards. As you go up towards the peak, a piece of wood and then another piece of wood. They're on top of each other like this, in this kind of way. They overlap, in other words.
But it
So
is not wood. It's a different material.
Ah, yeah, okay. Right, maybe asphalt shingles or something. Okay. All right, I gotcha. All right, so you can talk about the material the house is made of. If it's a big house, a small house. You can talk about how many floors, or do you have are there a lot of windows? Do you have a lot of windows?
I had 3 windows.
3 in the whole house?
Oh,
Really?
no.
Oh, in your room you have 3 windows, but in the house,
No.
does the house
In the
have?
house I have 6 windows.
Oh, okay. All right. Also,
It's
when
not
we're
much, but
also very important when we're describing where we live, you talk about which way the house faces. Where's the front door? The house faces, my house faces west. Actually, you can tell that the sun is shining down on me from over here. Here it's 4 in the afternoon, so the sun is over that way. So my front door is right in front of me, actually, there. My house faces west.
it faces north.
Ah,
North.
okay. All right. Which you're in the southern hemisphere, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, my house makes no sense the way it is, but most people, if they have any sense, if they're smart, if they live in a single family home, if you live in the northern hemisphere, then your house should face, most of your windows and your front door should face the south, so you get more sun in the winter. And the opposite, if you're in the southern hemisphere, your house should face north.
That's logic.
That's logic. Yes. When you're talking about architecture and building, logic is a good thing. Definitely. Yeah, always remember that water runs downhill when building a house. Right? Okay. Azifraja. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Mr. Oakley. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So tell me a little something about your house. Where do you live?
My house is a mixture of, multiple things. Like it is a concrete house, it is a mud house, it is a wood house. Everything is there.
Sounds interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Because we are living in a very hot area, so we have need of a little bit of mud, using in the between the bricks, because he didn't cross directly through mud, but he crossed through the concrete too easily.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Made of a variety of materials. All right. What's the roof made out of?
Actually, it is a iron roof, but with bricks and plus the mud.
Okay.
On the upper side, we use the mud for the if it's rain there, so it will easy moisture the rain too easily.
Okay, it will drain the moisture. It'll drain the rain easily.
Yeah,
Okay, wow,
easily,
that's
but
good.
yeah.
Where are you from again, Azifraja? I know you
I'm
told
from
me.
Pakistan. I am a
Pakistan.
villager. Yeah.
Right. Okay. do you have rainy season there? This month?
If it rain, after some years, if it rains too heavy here, and sometimes it floods too.
Okay, so you have monsoon season?
Yeah, monsoon season, very hard monsoon season, you know.
Yeah, I do know. Philippines has monsoon season too. Yeah, we have it here every
But
day.
monsoon start from July, August, September.
Same.
During
Okay.
these months, yeah.
Same here. Same in the Philippines.
Yeah.
I think it's the same weather systems
Yeah.
for both of us, actually. Yeah, okay. Well, that has a large bearing on building and architecture. Obviously, our homes have to take into account our environments, quite obviously.
Yeah, we
So-
focus on the environment. If we have to made our buildings, we focus. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
environmental condition. If we are living in a cold, so we have to decide how to make the house
Yeah,
by the environmental conditions.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So environment, we can say environment dictates architecture, usually. But of course,
Yeah.
some architecture is done much more for looks than for function. Actually, I think that's one of the fundamental arguments in architecture, form versus function. What's useful and what's pretty.
We the villagers don't depend on architectural designs. We depend on a local type of
Mhm.
designs, and it is we call it typical and domesticated things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
In cities, in metro cities, there is architectural designs, and
Right. Well, that's usually the case. In the countryside, you have much more sensible architecture, and the city has much more decorative architecture. Really?
I don't know whether they, in villages too now, the people who have a lot of money, who are making beautiful homes, you know.
Right. Right. Well, yeah. Good point. You're right. Okay. I'm gonna talk to a couple other folks, have them try to talk about where they live. Yuri, are you there? Yuri, come back.
Who is Yuri? Maybe Yarik.
You are.
Yeah.
Yura.
Yarik. Yaroslav.
Yaroslav.
Oakley.
Yura.
Oakley.
Oh, stop it.
I want you to see
Sorry.
something.
Yeah. You want me to see something? What? What do you want me to see? I don't think I want to see. Yaroslav, tell me about where you live. What is the building like? Where you live? Are you apartment or?
I know it's big building. It is dormitory or big house. There is very many flats.
Okay, very many. Okay, so you live in an apartment building.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know how to say it.
That's okay. All right. Usually, Americans always use the word apartments, and British people usually use the word flats, but it means the same thing. So the building that many apartments are in usually is an apartment building.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
And I have a window in my room, and this is a very beautiful panorama. Here is bridge and river, and I can watch. I can see how is living my capital
Okay.
through the window.
Where are you? Are you in Moscow?
Kiev.
Kiev. Oh, you're in a
It's
beautiful
Ukraine. It's not Russia.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, did you hear what I just said? Oh, you're in a much more beautiful city. Sorry. All apologies to any Muscovites out there, but Kiev is a lovely city. Yes.
Yes, I know.
Of course you know. Yeah, it's famous for architectural beauty. Kiev, right? Okay. So what is your apartment building built out of? Is it a steel structure? Steel and concrete? Is it bricks?
Concrete.
Concrete.
It
Okay.
is big panel of concrete.
Uh-huh.
Like Lego. It's
Okay. How would it do in an earthquake?
I don't understand.
If you had an earthquake, would your apartment building be still standing?
Sorry, I can't understand you.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to actually ask how strong the building is where you live, your apartment building. So if there was an earthquake, yeah.
If will be earthquake, this house here will be a big hill of garbage.
A big pile of garbage. Actually, me too. My house would be, if there was an earthquake, my house would be a pancake. Which is much more dangerous here because the earthquakes happen in the Philippines. Okay, Adela.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your house. Where do you live? In an apartment building? In
the city, I live in a flat. They have two floors, and this is the top floor, the attic.
Oh, you live on. Okay, you live on the top floor.
Yes.
Oh.
This is 2 floors, and the first floor, the rooms and kitchen and siding and terrace, and in the attic I have a office, PC to work.
Okay. You work upstairs in the attic. All right. So, what is your?
And I have a house in the beach, and this is a house with a little garden.
Okay. So you have a beach house.
Beach house, yes.
Okay, very cool. That's nice. Okay, very good. What is your beach house made out of? Is it a wooden house, or brick, or stone?
Sorry, but may I say beach or bitch?
You must be careful in this area. It's a good question. It's actually a valid question because this is a very common English second language speaker problem. Wow, that sun is bright today. In any case, you have to be very careful, obviously, for obvious reasons. Like, if you have a lot of money, you're rich. If you look at my lips, rich. Very relaxed. If you have long arms, you have good reach. Notice tense muscles, reach. Rich. All right, reach. There's a big difference. Two differences, really. One is the I sound is very relaxed, and E is called a tense sound. You can see the lines in my face. And secondly, E is a longer sound. You hold the sound longer. Rich, very fast. Okay. Bit, beat. Bit, much shorter. Beat. Hit, heat. Okay, so you have to be careful. It's the beach. You go to the beach.
It's the same to shit.
I think he's talking about beach also. Beach and...
Well, there's
Yeah,
another there's another word, bitch, but
yeah.
that's a female dog. Yeah, different word. Yeah, you go to the beach. You go to the beach to go swimming. Okay. Nemo, I'll talk to you in just a second. Just another question or two for Adela. Adela, what is your beach house made out of? Is it wooden? Is it wood?
I don't understand this.
The beach house. What is
Yeah.
the material?
The brick, no?
Brick.
I think brick, no? Yes.
I don't know. I believe you.
And bricks and cement, I suppose.
Bricks and cement. Okay, very good. Okay. All right. Okay, thanks. All right. Nemo, how are you?
I'm
Wait.
fine. How about you?
I'm okay. I can barely hear you, but describe your house a little bit. What's your house like? Do you live in an apartment or in a single family home?
No, in an apartment.
An apartment?
Flat.
In a flat.
Yeah, in a
Okay.
huge flat.
A huge flat. Okay. What kind of an apartment building? Is it made out of steel and glass? Is it made out of concrete? Is it made out of brick? Concrete?
Concrete.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Concrete and brick.
Okay. What floor do you live on? I'm sorry?
What is?
What floor do you live on?
The 6th floor.
Fifth floor. Okay.
6th.
Sixth floor. Nemo,
Yeah.
now I want your opinion now. If you live in an apartment, is it better to live excuse me. Is it better to live near the bottom of the apartment building or near the top? Or in the middle?
No, I like to live in the middle. You
Oh, really?
The
Why?
top of the building, it might be so hot because of the sun. I mean, the last floor in the building, the sun is I don't know how to say it, but it's more hot.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay. It's hotter.
Better.
it's hotter. And in the
Yeah.
bottom, you can hear the noise of the street.
Okay.
So
All right.
I like to be in the middle, like
You
I
can-
am now. I am in the middle. My
Okay.
building is 12 floors, and I'm in the 6th one.
Oh, okay. Lots of different opinions about that, and okay, that's another opinion. Some people like to live near the bottom in case the elevator doesn't work, so they don't have far to go on the stairs. Some people
You know
like
what?
to.
I
What's
do like
that?
to use the computer.
You don't?
Yeah, I like to use the stairs better for my health, like an
Ah.
exercise. Yeah.
It's true, and that's a very common health tip. Take the stairs. It's better for your
Yeah.
health. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you know, but if I'm tired or something like that, I use the elevator. But if it's okay, and especially when I'm going downstairs, I don't use the elevator.
Mm. Okay. Well, good for you. That is good for your health. Yeah. Okay. Let's try something now, and this may be very difficult, and that's okay. But maybe we're going to learn something. I'm going to do a screen share with you guys, and I'm going to screen share some pictures of types of buildings. Let's see if you can figure out what the buildings are, and maybe even what kind of building it is. So hang on, give me a second to get my screen share thing together here. I'm gonna do a little screen share with you. The history of architecture. Dun, da, 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 da. Who knows this one?
Of
How
course
can
I
I
do.
see?
Pyramid,
you-
it's like.
I'm an
I
Egyptian,
can't
by the
see
way.
it. I can't see it.
You can't see it?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm doing a screen share. Okay, well,
I can see it now.
yeah, there you go. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody knows this one, right?
It's our
Yeah.
building.
All right. Do you know what kind of building this is? We're going to look at building.
Pyramid.
Pyramid. Wow, that was a great and creative answer. Very, very good. Pyramid.
Pyramid.
Okay, it's a pyramid.
Pyramid.
Yeah, well, it is a pyramid. Yes, that is true. It is a pyramid. Okay, very good. And this is an example, actually, of what they would call ancient architecture. Very, very, very old, of course, right? I don't know why my shared screen keeps going black and then I have no idea what's going on, but okay, we all know this, the pyramids in Egypt. Let's look at another one. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, does anybody know this one?
Yeah. From Greece.
It's from Greece. Very good. Do you know what kind of architecture? Notice the columns or pillars and the carvings and the very high roof. Does anyone know what kind of architecture this is? What this is called? Well, yeah, Nemo. Yes, it is an example of a temple. That's true.
No, Colosseum.
No, this is not the Colosseum. Does anybody know what this building is called? It has a specific name. Actually, it's not. Go ahead, Adela.
Sorry. I don't.
Okay. I have been to this building. This is
Acropolis?
It is the Acropolis. We have a winner. You are correct. This is the Acropolis. And it is in Athens.
Athens, yes.
Yes, it's up on a hill. It's very, very beautiful. I have actually been there. I'm lucky to have been there. Quite beautiful, yes. This is an example of what we call classic architecture. Okay, it's called classic architecture. And somebody mentioned Colosseum. Yes, the Colosseum is also an example of classic architecture. I think if you looked at other buildings, the Jefferson Monument, even though the Jefferson Monument was built only 100 years ago, it's still classical architecture. It has the columns, the fluted columns or Doric columns, and the shallow triangle roof. Okay, this is called classic architecture. All right, let's try another one. Hang on.
There is
And-
Parthenon as well.
Yes, it's also known as the Parthenon. Very good. Very good. All right, and here we have
Notre Dame.
very good. I think that's right. I believe it is Notre Dame, but this is an example of
It's a church.
Yes, it's a church, absolutely. But the architectural style is called Gothic.
Gothic.
Yes.
And
All
the
right.
previous one was you mentioned.
It was classic architecture. I wrote it there. I should have capitalized the C. Classic.
Classic architecture. Yeah, classic, but you named it. I don't know what you named
It's
That an atrium.
it-
I don't know.
it's
In the center of the.
in
Gothic
this.
church.
There probably is, but you'll notice the very high spires. Usually there's some statues around it. Very thin, narrow spires. That's very common, and also the long, narrow, arched windows. But also, you're right. The arches. There's probably an atrium when you walk in there. But that's that's
I
very
can
true.
see a lot of arcades.
Arches. Arcades. Oh, arcades. Yeah, there's most likely arcades in there because of all the arches. The arch is just the bend, like the bend in your arm, but not at right angles, a curve at the top. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to ignore you. Azafraja, the building before it actually has two names, the Acropolis or the Parthenon. Yeah, or it's also known as the Parthenon.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so this is an example of the Gothic style. Let's look at another one here. Okay. Dun, da, 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 da. Okay, now I have no idea what this building is. Does anybody know? Anybody know this building?
Realm, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, I don't know where this building is. Although it looks vaguely familiar, it seems like I should know, but I can't remember this building. Villa La Rotunda. Where is that? Maybe I don't know.
Realm.
Maybe. This style, notice that again we have the columns and arches, and we've got statuary, we've got statues, but we have actual walls here as well. So it's not exactly classic style. What they call this is Renaissance. At a certain period, okay, 1400 to 1600, was a time in Europe they called the Renaissance, where higher learning, as you know, as in the classic era, you know, Rome, in Rome and Greece, people were starting to actually rediscover things from Rome and Greece. So it was known as a Renaissance period, and this is Renaissance architecture. Okay, here I'll write it. So that's an example. The difference between classic is that now you have the walls and you have corners. Remember the Acropolis? It was just all open. Okay, one of the fundamental differences. All right, now a weird style. Well, okay, it's weird for me. We're looking at styles, and your opinion about what is beautiful or what is not is completely up to you. This is the palette. Oh, okay, I should shut up. Does anybody know what this building is?
Oh, yeah. We have a lot here in Brazil.
In this style? Yeah, I bet you do, actually.
Yeah,
I'm sure you do.
Similar.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Yo says it is horrible. Well, it is certainly very decorative, is it not? Notice all of the extremely intricate decorations. I don't know. Somebody went crazy putting intricate patterns and statues and little clocks and trefoils and all kinds of crazy decorations here. Does anybody know what building this is?
Baroque.
This is the Palace of Versailles in France. This is where Louis XIV lived. Okay, this
Palace
is
of
the
what?
Versailles. Versailles. It's where Louis XIV lived. It's where Marie Antoinette did her hair. Okay. In any case, this is called Baroque style. Baroque, you see all the intricate patterning. Now, Baroque style, all right, Baroque, this is interesting because the word Baroque actually means bizarre. Okay? It actually comes from the word bizarre, as in very strange, crazy. Extravagant. Oh, okay. Demos, sorry, bud. Very, very loud. Had to mute you. A little overwhelming there. I don't know what's going on, but very loud, Nemo. Okay. All right. So this is Baroque. Let's take a look at a Baroque.
Oakley,
Yeah.
take a look at my picture.
What do you got there? Hang on.
This one's from Brazil.
Ah, Brazil. Okay. Quite similar. All right.
Yeah, it's similar. They call
okay.
Baroque as well.
Right. Same. It's the same. I think it's the only differences are accent. I think it's the same word actually. That's the actually interesting thing about architectural terms is it's the same word in different languages, like you just demonstrated. Baroque, Baroque, very similar. Okay, here's another example.
Statues as well.
Here's another example, which notice that the pillars are now flattened right into the wall, and we still have long narrow windows. We still have weird little statues. Does anybody know what those weird little statues of like devils and dogs and do you know what those are called? Anybody?
Gothic. I don't know.
Well, you're often going to see these in Gothic architecture for sure. They're called gargoyles. The weird little weird little devils and things called gargoyles. It's a strange word. Looks like an animal. Yeah, that's right, yo. Yeah. Okay, this is architecture common from 1650 to 1790. This is called Rococo. Baroque ideas, it's intricate, but a little, as it says here, a little lighter, a little more graceful, not overwhelmingly, bizarrely intricate like Baroque is. So they mellowed out a little bit. They relaxed themselves. Okay, that's Rococo. All right, so as I said, you know, I think I mentioned some buildings in Washington were kind of classic design. Because of the time, they call it Neo-Classic, New Classic, but it's really the same type of thing as, you know, Greece and Rome. So here we see, obviously, who knows, what is this a picture of? Anybody know?
White House, I think.
No.
Not the White House. Close. Right across the street.
Congress building.
Yes, you're exactly right. It is the U.S. Capitol building or Congress building. You are correct. So that's classic, but they call it neo-classic. Okay. Beau, or sometimes Beau Art or Beau. What is this building? I don't know where this building looks familiar. Does anybody in class know this building?
I don't know. I really don't know.
This looks extremely familiar, and I really feel that I should know this. Okay, this is the Paris Opera. Okay, this building is the Paris Opera in Paris, France. And this, of course, this architectural style is called Beaux Arts. Beaux. In the typical French fashion. Okay, also very intricate, kind of similar to the Baroque style, right? Quite similar, actually, in my opinion. All right, this is like late 1800s, early 1900s. And here we go, early 1900s, Neo-Gothic. Wow. This is a building in Chicago, the Tribune Tower. Wow. Freaky looking. I think this was in the Batman movies. Okay, and this is called Neo-Gothic. All right, we often put the prefix Neo. Notice like Neo-Gothic, New Gothic style. We use Neo to show that something is new. Very, very common thing we do in English. All right. got a couple more here. Art Deco. Who knows this building? Da-da-da. The building in the back here. Anybody know this?
England. I don't know.
No?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay. This building was built in the 30s. It is in New York City. And it is the, no, it's nice guess, Empire State Building. No. This is actually, this is the Chrysler Building, another famous building in New York City. It's mostly famous because of the architectural style, which is called Art Deco. This is also the time when, you know, you're starting to have painters that are painting much more abstractly, impressionists, all kinds of different experiments going on in architecture and art. So this sort of, at the time, this would be, you know, extremely futuristic. Art Deco, yeah. It is a nice building, and actually, it's really quite a beautiful building just to look at it. Very sleek, zigzag designs, kind of cool looking. Art Deco is supposed to represent, it's a sort of art form that represents the machine age, machine-driven society. Okay. Modernist, all right. Well, I don't know what you guys think about that, but when I see this, I think of a public toilet. Oh, the men's room. Oh, look, it's the men's room. Okay. This is a more modern style. It's called modernist. I obviously, you know by my comment, I'm not a big fan. Where is this? I have no idea. Hang on. This is at Cornell. This is a Museum of Art at Cornell University in the United States. All right, so that's modernism. The big blocky cubes, not all, you know, perfectly linear. All right, and last but not least, postmodern. All right, modern glass. In this case, glass and brick, which is kind of unique, but glass or glass and steel buildings. This is called postmodernist. I'm not sure where this building is. I'm not absolutely sure, but this is called postmodern. This is the newest from the 70s to now. Notice the glass and steel on the other side. Okay. And that concludes our slideshow. Hope you learned a little bit about architectural style, maybe a little bit of vocabulary. If you did not download the vocabulary list for architecture in front of the, underneath the description, please do so because there's some great words in there. Okay, my time is up. Thank you so much for you students who stuck with me through this. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.